Around 11 p.m., the Passover meal was over. Jesus shared communion with the disciples for the first time and the last time on earth. After a hymn of praise was sung, Jesus led the disciples out of the upper room and up the Mount of Olives. Jesus was headed to the Garden of Gethsemane, where he alone would go to his Father in prayer, while his disciples couldn't stay awake. The Garden of Gethsemane is not really a garden, but an olive tree orchard. Olive trees still grow there today. It was a place of business where the olive press produced the local area's supply of olive oil. The word Gethsemane is derived from the Hebrew word gath, which means a press, a large 5-foot-high square stone pillar, and the word semene, which means oil. If you lived in that time and worked with the Gethsemane, you would spend your days gathering olives, placing them in a woven fishnet-like type basket, and putting them on top of the stone table. This round table was specifically designed with beveled edges that curved down to a trough. The trough was angled and funneled into a pot which held the olive oil. The top was designed to receive the Gethsemane. The tall, square stone was lifted up and set on top of the olives for several hours, and the tremendous weight of the stone would crush the olive oil from the olives. It was no mistake that Jesus, the Christ, spent his last evening in the Garden of Gethsemane. It was in the garden that Jesus' spirit was crushed from the knowledge of what was about to happen to him. In the garden, we read from Luke 22, 44th verse, "And being in agony, Jesus prayed more earnestly, and his sweat was as if it were great drops of blood falling down on the ground." Join Jesus and his disciples now as we journey to the Garden of Gethsemane.